Good day to you one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again, once again transmitting live to you from my grandmother's cottage here in the Scottish Highlands. It's lovely here, it really is. Today is a brilliant day because, as a lot of you probably already know, Linkin Park unearthed an unreleased song from their past, and the song's called Lost. Came out on the 10th of February as part of the 20th anniversary edition of their second record, which was called Meteora. So I'm going to listen to that and let you know what I think of it. Justin Hawkins Rides Again. That chord sounded weird. Oh, lovely. Regard that lovely paint job. Gentleman by the name of Ian Ward did that. He's from Folkestone, weirdly, which is not too far away from where I grew up. What a talent. What a talent. Linkin Park have officially announced the 20th anniversary edition of their second album, 2003's Meteora, which sounds like a pizza, you know, like a pizza with like lots of different types of salami on it, which might have been marketed alongside the music singer Rita Ora or something like that, alongside the release of previously unheard track called Lost. In a press release, Linkin Park guitarist Mike Shinoda explained that discovering Lost in the band's archives was like finding a favourite photo that you had forgotten you'd taken, like it was waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. He added of its significance, "For years, fans have been asking us to release something with Chester's voice, and I'm thrilled we've been able to make that happen in such a special way." The band have been on hiatus since 2017 when Chester Bennington passed away, but recently said that they plan to communicate with their fans a little more regularly in the future. So this song, previously hitherto unheard, now has over 7 million views in just 2 days. Let's have a look at this number. It's a new number. Ooh, cool video. It looks like Battle of the Planets or something like that. Remember that old TV show with the? I suppose they had like helmets. They had. Well, these people aren't wearing helmets. Anyway, just looks like a Japanese cartoon. Feels like that chord sequence is D, F, C. What's the next one? Come on, guys, you guess it. G, right? Yeah, it is that. Just a sky. And then it sort of resolves on an A. So it's like. And then A. What's going to happen next? Something in D, I would imagine. Scar, somewhere down inside of me. Wow, they've rendered him in that sort of. I don't know. Do you remember that? You've seen that show probably. Arcane. It looks like the Arcane world. It's like it's digitally generated animations. So, for example, the famous painting of the Mona Lisa that was rendered in sfumato, which I think means smoky. It's a technique where everything's in soft focus and it gives it like a dreamlike quality, so that you're not picking out sharp details. Maybe that's deliberately because it's a fond look back at Chester's life or something like that. I don't know. This is a really solid song, isn't it? You wouldn't be able to mistake that it's Linkin Park, would you? It doesn't sound like something that would be off-brand or somehow not befitting of that record. The way that they've treated the vocal, I mean, I can hear there's a couple of little moments where this is probably a demo vocal and it might have needed a little bit of tuning in a couple of places, just because of the perfection necessary for this kind of music where everything's gridded in the sense that, tempo-wise, everything's pretty solid and snap to a grid so that you can add the electronic elements more easily. So you need a vocal that's truly on the money. So there's a couple of bits where you can hear it sort of snapping into that with probably Melodyne or probably not Antares. I pretend it isn't that. That bit there, hear the way it sort of snaps up a little bit just at the beginning of that note.
I pretend it isn't there.
And then it doesn't need any help once it's there. I think he probably glided up, and it was too slow a glide because it was probably a demo performance with no pressure on it. And it's been more recently tuned, I think.
I'm trapped in yesterday.
And yet the glide there is that sounds unaffected.
Where the pain is all I know.
Lovely vibrato in there.
My own illusion lost.
God, that roar. How do they do it?
My dignity living inside my own confusion.
Lost all my dignity. Well, I'll tell you something. Dignity is overrated.
And how blindly I believed.
I always wanted to do that job, This is all I know. That guy. I wonder how you project that sort of whispery voice in a live scenario. I think you'd always have to project it a bit harder, wouldn't you, just to get heard over the, scratching and heavy guitars and stuff. But it's kind of like, in the studio you can just go, it's all I know. But live you're going to get stuff coming back, unless you're on emulators and there's not much sound coming from the stage itself. Then you could be like 100 miles away from the microphone going, this is all I know. And then you look over at the audience like that. This is all I know, ladies. Probably not that.
Break away.
Can't break free.
Living behind my own.
Living behind my own illusion. That's like, living behind. I'm surprised I didn't go, see that illusion? I live behind that. When you see the illusion, just go behind it. That's where I live.
Living inside my own confusion.
Yeah, just look behind the illusion. There's some confusion there. That's where I live.
I will never be alright. I try to keep this pain.
Oh, that's good. So that middle 8 section has got this, the other refrain, I tried to keep this pain inside. And then when it goes back to something that's more akin to the initial chorus, the refrain from the middle section is coming over the top of it. I said coming over the top of it. This is not the time, but the effect of it is a bit like that last verse of "We Don't Talk About Bruno." Why am I comparing it to that? Those things when various different sort of vocal approaches are multi-layered and they still work. Is the key different in the middle 8s? Let's have a look.
I try to keep this pain.
Yeah, it is. Hang on.
Alright, I try to keep this.
So that's the A that suspended at the end of the sort of the opening exchanges. It goes back to an A for the. Must be minor actually, but I'll just play a power chord for argument's sake. Power chord being root and fifth, nothing else. And then another root at the top because I'm fancy and I'll just play 2 roots. So it goes.
Inside, but I will never be.
That stuff is going, I will never be alright. And then it goes.
Alright, I try to keep this pain.
And it goes back to that. The D, F, C, G bit. But the refrain that occurred in the middle section, the I will never be, occurs again, but with a more kind of robust approach to the singing of it, over the top of what was happening in the chorus before. That's a really clever bit of compositional stuff, I reckon.
Inside, but I will never be alright.
I just love how concise that sentiment is there, that I will never be alright. I mean, considering the history of Linkin Park and Chester, I think that's actually such a poignant thing to put in this and actually to release it. It's amazing actually, isn't it? And it finishes on that A, but the way that A chord feels is totally different at the end of the song to how it felt at the beginning. It's like the journey is complete at that point, whereas you know something's coming at the beginning. Yeah, it's good stuff, isn't it? Well done, Linkin Park. I think that's a really good bit of unearthing and polishing it up and getting it out there. I reckon it's going to be a hit. Well, it's already a hit, isn't it? Hit! I declare that a hit. Well done, Linkin Park. Justin Hawkins writes again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these 2 videos, and yeah, look after yourselves and each other. That's Jerry Springer. I'm an idiot. Cheers.